facing the wrong way.
Yeah, you got
Huh?
Flip it.
Flip the camera. No, the camera. See the camera icon on
No, I don't. Why did we... Ah!
Is it back?
Alright. If y'all are out there
Wow.
in YouTube land, please do not call the number yet because we are doing lives.
And when we're doing a live, if you call us, we get disconnected. So,
Yep. Wow,
Okay.
Tyler's the first or second person to join.
there we go. Make sure you guys are hitting the thumbs up.
Round 2.
Yes.
Round 2.
Fight.
Part 2.
Alright.
We got 14 people in.
Jennifer Hale, thank you.
Jennifer
My
Hale!
tambourine.
It was right here.
It's right in front of you. Are you going to do a little dance with it?
Not this one. Next one.
Okay.
Oh,
Look, check this out.
what did I say?
What is that?
Olight sent this to me.
Does that actually work?
Lucid.
What in the world? That's like the smallest flashlight in the world.
Dude, this is so cool. Olight sent me a new headlamp and then this X9R cell.
How many lumens is this? One?
I don't know. It's actually pretty bright
It
in
is
the
really
dark.
bright for a little flashlight. Let me hold it up to the
Like-
camera so everyone can see.
I don't know.
It's
15.
puny. It's like
Take it.
it's so small, but it's so cool.
See if it'll
Yeah, green light
focus.
can't be beat. Olight.
Oh, Olight's
Won't
the best.
focus.
I love Olight.
Oh, look at this
Oh,
little
great
thing.
light. I am dyslexic.
You are.
Very
That thing.
dyslexic.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
It is a little baby light. That
It's a
thing's
cool
pretty
light.
cool.
It's cool.
Like, what kind of battery does this thing take? That's impressive.
I don't know if you can replace a battery in it.
You have to be able to.
It's pretty cool. It's really actually bright.
I mean, the camera can see it.
Yeah. That's so cool. Thank you, Olight.
Coin cells or.
Yeah, it might actually
or
be hearing aid batteries. That would make, yeah, that makes sense.
It's too
It's too small for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too small for USB port.
Yeah, it's smaller than the USB.
And this Olight is not rechargeable.
No.
My bet is what you're thinking is a hearing aid batteries. I think so. That Olight's for the lemurs. That's what Jennifer Hale.
Jennifer Hale, $5 super chat. Thank you.
Michael Sam said, "Did you watch us do the Death Nut Challenge?"
How did we,
I did.
How do we ignore Ashland? What do we do? What do we do?
Where's Ashland?
She said, "Don't go ignore." I don't know.
What'd you do, Ashland? We missed her?
Oh, what do you call a cougar who starts losing her hearing?
What do you call a cougar who starts losing her hearing?
Yeah, please.
I don't know what.
What? Tell us, Ashland.
Yeah, no, we're all just waiting on you now. This entire live
Waiting on
stream.
what? Def Leopard.
Dan O'Toole, Def Leopard. But a leopard's not a cougar.
Womp womp
Wah,
womp.
wah.
Failed joke.
Z-Dog, failed joke.
Roll Tide.
What?
Well, someone said go Alabama, so I'm just supporting our viewers.
You're lucky that
Z.
I can't kick him away because of the cord.
That's because I'm grounded.
Yeah.
Haha.
See, now that's a joke.
Because I'm grounded.
Logical humor.
You guys, here you go, sir.
Thank you. Yes, I've been waiting for that to come back.
You have not. You didn't even remember.
No, I can feel.
We had an awesome week of filming. It was so awesome. What did we film this? What did we post
What, yesterday?
this past week? I
No,
forget what we did Monday and Tuesday.
The video was the monster one. The one.
That was Thursday's video.
Yeah. And
Or
then
no,
we
Fridays.
did.
I don't even know what day.
The releasing Gatorland was here.
Oh, but that's Mondays, isn't it? Or no, we already released that one, Gatorland. Yeah, Gatorland came out. They brought 40 alligators for us.
We don't need that.
Mostly females. What?
Nothing. You just ignore the chat.
What? Why?
Huh?
What did it say? Lake Monster.
No. Above.
Roll Tide. Yeah.
Mary.
See?
Mary.
She's not the only.
No roll tide. No roll tide. You know
I'm
why?
not a football fan. I just love
Because if
it.
you're not a gator, you're gator bait.
Lemur
I don't
update
know.
we did.
Like, what's Alabama's mascot? Isn't it an elephant?
Yeah.
Pretty sure elephant would squish an alligator. Just
Have you not seen YouTube videos where the crocodile grabs the elephant?
yeah, and then like all the other elephants come in there and whoop its little butt. But you're not calling Florida crocodiles, Florida alligator.
Well,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
what is
No.
an elephant
getting
got
into
to
this.
do with tide?
I don't know. I don't make the chants. I just like aggravating you with them.
What in God's name does an elephant have to
mean,
do with roll tide?
We have red tide here in Florida.
Not the same, Christopher. We are doing more Louie videos. Rita says, I am new and I've learned so much. That's awesome,
That's right.
Rita.
We did do a live video on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We did a
Yeah,
live
that's
video
right.
in the
We
car.
did a live video. That's
Yeah,
right.
Mainly just talking
Do
about
some more
tattoos.
Louie
Yeah.
videos. We will. We're actually going to do a lot more on this Lake Monster video. What happened was I've got a friend who lives out there in Apopka, and they've been a lot of people reporting a lake monster. And they're saying this thing's big. Now, I'm saying, okay, it's either a really big alligator, a manatee, because Lake Apopka runs to the Atlantic, so a manatee could get in there.
Did we confirm the twins for sure?
Not 100%, but like 99.999. It's a male and a female, and then Mort's baby's a female. But wait. This monster thing. Or else it could be an alligator gar, because they get huge, and they will roll on top of the water. You know?
Yeah.
So it could be that. But while Sea Dog and I, a really, really deep spring, we thought it was only like 30, 40 feet.
Yeah.
What size shoe do you wear?
Who?
You.
13s or 14s, depends on the brand.
Yeah, and it was just for the Garefoot to, to see how big the Garefoot was.
13 or 14, depending on, like my Crocs are 14s. Right, Z? We both have the same size on the Crocs.
13s actually.
You cannot litter train lemurs.
Yes.
They're 13s?
It's only on the tag.
Uh,
It shows.
But that was a huge foot.
Will alligators bother manatees?
Not normally. They really don't mess with them.
Do you take exotic, abused, or abandoned animals?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we had the video for Wildlife Wednesday from ZWF with Hank.
That's right.
With the Eurasian eagle owl. We wanted to film with our Eurasian eagle owls as well, but they're molting and they look too funny. They don't have feathers on their face right now. You gotta wait till they grow back in. And I was like, yeah, we're not filming them now. They look goofy.
Maybe the monster is a sturgeon.
We don't have sturgeon down here. Do we?
Can they survive though? Like, what if someone were to let one go? Could it survive? I know they're usually they're up north, right? Or and out west.
Out up north in the Dakotas and stuff, right?
So it's a cold water fish, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of.
I don't know enough about fish. You know, I know little bits of enough to make me dangerous, but that's about it.
See, Ashland says they need cold water.
Yeah.
I mean, our springs get pretty cold though.
The springs are 72 degrees.
Yeah, and then some springs are colder than.
But you know what? Z and I also found that this lake is being choked up at an alarming rate by that water plant.
Hyacinth?
No, it's not hyacinth. It's water. Is it hyacinth?
I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
It's the aquarium. It's water hyacinth.
Okay. Yeah, this stuff spreads like wildfire.
It's Chris. You wouldn't believe it. We had a drone out there, and we were flying over the lake, and the patches of water hyacinth are so humongous, and we had to stop every 50 feet to clean the prop off.
That's where a mud boat comes in handy.
It chops it up
just throws lettuce up into the air. It's really cool looking.
Most southern sturgeon comes in Tennessee. Okay, thank you, Kyler.
Thank you, Kyler. We had them in 13669 zip code.
Hydrilla?
Is it Hydrilla? That's what it is, Hydrilla.
Yeah, that's it.
Water Hydrilla.
Okay, someone says there are sturgeon in the Gulf and probably the Atlantic too. I think they lay eggs in freshwater though, so I mean that would make sense.
St.
So
Lawrence
maybe it's possible.
River. It could be a sturgeon then.
Yeah.
But it's going to be cool because we're supposed to go back out Wednesday, right, Z?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go up in a seaplane because the lake's so big, and we'll fly and we'll radio you guys what we're seeing, and you guys will be on the boat, and then we can land in the water too. So we'll be able to search the lake in a much larger, faster way.
Chris looks like he's getting a receding hairline.
Yeah, I mean I don't really understand what's the point of bringing that up, honestly. Say, okay, yeah, I'm going bald. Cool.
Cool. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
This is why he's the bald eagle.
This is why he's the bald eagle. What's that got to do with
I don't know.
animals and finding cool stuff? Guess what? I'm going bald too. I've been going bald for 20 years. It's part of life, I guess.
It's when you have kids. So you're to think.
And I've got him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's definitely to thank. But there's also, we found all that silt from development.
Where did Louie come from?
Louie came from a friend of ours who had Louie, was a great home for Louie, but she just had too much going on in her world. And she called us up and said, would you please take Louie in? I can't it's not fair to him what I'm going through. And I said, of course we will. And we took him in. And Louie's an awesome, awesome lemur. But we cannot put him, we tried to introduce him into the group. He got his butt kicked and he had a gash about that big. And he's all healed now. And what we have to do, a lot of people have been saying, can you introduce him to get a old female and put it in there with him? That would be a huge mistake. Mm-hmm. Females run the troops. And if you take a big dominant female and throw her in with him, she'd kick his butt so quick.
Worse than when he was in there with the other one.
With Julian, yeah. Now, what we're going to do is take a younger, we'll probably take Bella.
Right.
That's introduced her with Louie, and then they'll get their own big enclosure right between the two big enclosures.
Okay, two more. It's not a bald spot, it's a solar panel. And are you going to get red ruff? lemurs.
We want reds, black and whites, or the tricolored. The tricoloreds are a cross between the black and whites and the reds. So one of those, yes, we do want roughs. I've had a friend talking to me. We'll see if we can work something out. And I'd love to get the roughs. They're going to be really cool. And either, it doesn't matter, either reds, black and whites, or tries.
Yeah. Anyway, we got some other questions too today, right?
Yeah, we'll get to those.
Okay.
We're still on the lake monster. We're discovering so much more than just the monster. You know, this lake has so much history with the Indians and everything. And there's actually these springs. I'm telling you, there's some springs that we did, and right over the top of the spring, I think it was about 80 or 100 feet. It was deep. Euro. Thank you very much. High five. Christina Marshall, super chat.
Well, I know I'll be going on Wednesday, and we could bring some underwater stuff, get some underwater footage.
Yeah, we'll definitely bring some stuff with us. And then Chris and those guys who are going with us, they have some cool stuff as well. So we're gonna have fun, and we'll discover more things. And I'm telling you, we're gonna find Indian artifacts and all kinds of stuff like that out there. There's one point of the lake where it comes way down, and it gets pretty skinny there. And
Janie, thank you.
It's how much is it?
$10.
$10 super chat. God bless. Thank you very much. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff we find. I'm telling you, there is so much cool. And people don't realize that the hydrilla in there, dude, that stuff rots and it dies, rots, and goes to the bottom. And that lake is letting off methane gas. And that lake is 8 miles by 8 miles. If it gets totally choked up, that's going to let off more methane gas than a cattle farm. That's going to be harder on the environment than a lot of things.
You just need like a big rake basically to get all that crap out of there. 'Cause you don't want to use the poison because then that just kills
then you
anyway.
kill fish, you kill all kinds of.
As soon as they spray,
poison's not the
everything
answer.
dies.
Yeah.
Put underwater drones.
The good ones are too expensive.
Yeah, you can't put an underwater drone on there because they're about $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah, and all the more affordable ones just aren't worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Right. They always fail, and I bought one before and I paid $600 for it, and it lasted, I think, 2 times.
Can you drench it?
Dredge it.
Dredge it? You can dredge, but
That stuff, once it's in a waterway, it's extremely difficult to get it out.
yeah, it spreads so fast. It's the same, they sell hydrilla in pet stores for aquarium tanks. And it grows at such an alarming rate. And it's just, it's crazy. But Chris has got some friends, and you guys are going to have to stay tuned because we're going to stay on top.
Barbara, thank you.
How much?
$10.
$10 super chat. Thank you, Barbara. High five. God bless. I'm really excited about this. This thing is going to be really cool.
If you find native artifacts, will you return the artifacts to them?
Of course,
Yeah.
definitely. It would be the Seminoles in that area, and that we would call Chief Billy and say, hey, we found this, and that would go directly to the Seminoles.
Christina Marshall, thank you.
How much?
1.49 pounds.
1.49 pounds, Christina Marshall! Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Yes, definitely. Anything we find like that would go to the proper place. You know, it's a lake with a lot of history.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now,
Well, the infamous George just entered.
Infamous George!
You sound like a Wookiee there.
A Wookiee?
Yeah, it was like
Oh.
vibrating.
That was pretty good, dude. Look at his jaw shake. That's funny.
I have to do that. I don't make that noise.
He looked like one of those skeletons that the jaw shakes. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it
You can
again.
watch it later.
I think this lake thing though is going to be something really, really cool.
Okay.
We're going to discover some stuff out there. Not only animal wise, I think.
So will we get put into a scientific journal?
Very much
scientific.
Who would have thought my name would be in a textbook?
It's definitely going to be cool though. I'm telling you guys. I just got a feeling about it.
All right.
It's.
Yeah, but to be fair, most of these will be used for research then of what we did.
But dude, you know how many Indian wars were fought there
that is true.
against the white settlers, and they had a point on the island there where they had a stronghold there, and they were battling with white settlers back then. So who knows what that lake is hiding?
Yeah.
You know, there could be. We could find an Indian dugout.
That'd be cool.
It'd be really cool to call Chief Billy up and say, "Hey, we found all this stuff for you." He would be like, "Oh boy, you guys are crazy." Then we had Gatorland. We had a blast with them, and thank you, Mike Howman, Savannah.
Yes, thank you.
You guys, Gatorland always incredible people. We do a lot of stuff with Gatorland. People ask, how come Gatorland because we do a lot of stuff back and forth with Gatorland, and we are working on a couple projects with Gatorland.
They're good people.
And they're great people. Mark McHugh, the CEO, is great. Chelsea, his daughter, was out here with Savannah and Mike Howman. Great people. And we added 40 more gators to the Gator Marsh, and there's a lot of gators in there. But people are like, is that too many in there? No, it's 7 acres in there. It's 5 acres of water and an additional 2 acres of land. So, and it's all nooks and crannies, so males can get away from each other.
Yeah, it's not just one round pond. There's like individual ponds throughout the thing. It's set up really nice.
Is there native eaters to help reduce?
They don't do it fast enough.
Not fast enough.
Yeah.
Not fast enough. But this is the thing we're going to work on with Chris, and he's got a couple friends that are experts in the field, and let's see if we can figure out a way to stop the hydrilla or get on top of it, and also the soot. The soot has got to be stopped. You know, that is even more concerning, really, almost to me, because you saw the creek I walked up. Nothing was in that creek except for the sailfin catfish, which are the placos, the big sucker fish.
Yeah.
That's all.
Storage legend has arrived.
Storage legends in the house. But I'm telling you, that's going to be an awesome thing. This Lake Apopka thing is going to turn into something big.
Okay.
It's really going to turn into something big. Let's get to the questions. And first off, I want to. Kelly Alexander is the one who got us the deer feeder. Kelly, thank you so much for that. And we need to wish Kelly get well, and you're in our prayers. She just had back surgery. So, Kelly Alexander, you're in our prayers, honey, and we're just praying that you have a speedy recovery and you get well soon.
So Marilyn's back. She's really trying to.
Marilyn?
She just bought our Wi-Fi booster.
Oh
So,
my gosh, Marilyn.
She's really trying to get on your good side.
Marilyn is definitely trying. Marilyn is trying to get on my good side. Thank you so much, Marilyn. But Marilyn, you're still invited to go swimming. Z-Dog said he'll take you swimming.
Put your blinders on.
I can't put you away with you.
Alright, let's go. Here we go. Miami trip part 2. Anthony Caruso. Here's a question for you, Robbie. Would anteaters be able to eat a colony of fire ants, or would they be able to kill the anteater? Anteaters really don't mess with the fire ants. They're too small, and they really don't mess with them. They love the harvester ants, the bigger ants, and everything. And no, he does. Kimberly, super chat. Thank you, Kimberly. High five. God bless. But that's a good question. Anteaters really don't mess with the fire ants. There's really nothing that does.
Yeah.
That's why they, wherever they go, move, they take over everything. Kathy Godbeau. It's one of those Louisiana names, like French.
Oh, it's I forgot. Oh man, I forgot how to pronounce that.
Kathy, I'm sorry, we're
Yeah.
butchering your name. It's
Apologies.
it's
like,
Godbeau or
it's you something. I don't know.
Robbie. How do you know so much about animals? I've been doing wildlife my whole life, my entire life. My grandfather was a vet. My great-grandfather was a vet in Hungary in their village. And I grew up going to Hungary back and forth, and then my grandparents came to the United States and lived with my parents. And then also our vet, who was Hungarian, a friend of the family, I worked for him. I started when I was like 14. And all I started doing was sweeping up and cleaning dog runs and the cat cages and the dog cages and the cleaning up after the surgeries there and everything. And then when I was 16, he started training me and assisting with surgeries, I became a vet assistant.
Thanks, James.
James!
We're not going to be posting that video. So
That
that's
will
not
be
going to
a
happen.
definite video,
Not going to
James.
happen.
I don't know.
Yes, it will.
I don't know. It's probably going to be you and me.
It's going to be you.
Probably
just
going
to-
to be you and me.
I spent my entire life, though, as a kid, reading everything I could find on animals. And it wasn't just reptiles. It wasn't just this or that or that. It was everything. It was everything. I find all wildlife amazing. And it's just... been a passion of mine. Crazy Tuesday, MS Dolphin 57.
I mean, he's got crocodiles in his house.
I've got crocodiles in my house. I've never had one escape and go into my house, though. No. Wildlife Wednesday, Jody Folmsby. Wondering why the female owls are so much bigger. In all the birds of prey, the raptors, females are bigger. Eagles, owls, and hawks, and everything.
And eagle owls.
And eagle owls. Good one there, Z-Dog. The females are the larger of the two. And that's just the way it is. In lots of animals, actually, the females are bigger, and then primates, the males are bigger.
Here's an interesting one. Chris, you do the blowgun if Robbie touches the rodent control feature.
No, 'cause
I
did
ain't touching the rodent control.
That wasn't that bad.
I ain't touching that thing. Gator delivery. Elizabeth Crane. Robbie, how many gators are safe number in the marsh? Can there be too many? Of course there could too many, but you could fit in there an easy about 800 notch that they really don't mess with each other. Even during breeds go through anywhere between, truthfully, between 4,000 and 6,000 pounds of meat a week in there during the summer.
We haven't posted up the video from yesterday, right?
No.
Okay, you'll see.
You'll see
what we're talking about.
And they don't. We feed several times a week in there, and that's the thing. They all don't come up at one time. They take different ones come up all the time.
They can splatter out.
Mary Burke, Robbie, how often do you clean the snake enclosures? Once a week, Mary. Tuesdays are clean and feed day in the hot room. That's all the snakes and the lizards in there. Chris and Ashland are in there, and Z-Dog. And then I'm in and out because Tuesdays I always get swamped with everything else as well. You got to remember I'm dealing with Fish and Wildlife. I'm dealing with everything, all the paperwork and all that stuff. And like today, you get days where nothing goes right.
Nothing.
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 What do you do with the snake skins after they shed and you clean their cages? We used to sell them to a guy, but he no longer is around Florida, I guess. I haven't seen him in years. And so we'll save them and give them to kids and stuff, or give them to visitors when they come by. We save of some. If they're tore up, we just throw them away. If they're one good shed, we'll save them.
Okay. How hot is the hot room? A hot room is just dangerous, like venomous.
That's the term, hot room.
Yeah.
Because a venomous snake is also known as a hot snake.
Yes.
So it's not hot in there. It's only 80. What do we got it on? 84 degrees.
Something like that. Yeah.
86.
I think
Like
it only
85.
goes to 85, so we have it set on that.
We got it set at 85 in
Yeah.
there. All right. Hey guys, do you feed the snakes before or after you clean their cages? Does it make a difference? It doesn't make a difference, no matter what you do. Like, especially with cobras, you'll pull the cobra out cage as soon as, with 5 minutes of putting them in there, because they want their scent in there. So they're marking their territory. So how much longer before alligators hatch? What? August, end of August, very last week of August to beginning of September. August, right? I think sometime.
Something like that. And then the caiman should be laying here soon.
Yeah, caiman should be starting to lay soon, so we got to go start just checking on them. What are the colored bands?
James,
The green bands, the gummy bands, the Get Swamp bands. They have a tortoise and a crocodile on there because I love turtles. And Jeremy loves turtles. And Christopher loves turtles. And Z-Dog loves turtles. And
I mean, should we just go into what we were talking about earlier about the bands?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right, yes.
Wait, well, first, let me start off by saying, guys, Tuesday we were throwing around ideas how to do when we hit 25,000,
yeah.
Chris is going to make one of the small knives. And what we were talking about doing is a raffle, but my
Something along
lawyer
those lines.
called me and said, you can't do a raffle. And I said, what do you mean, guys? Can you guys... Dan Jones phone. Buffering
But
again.
can you tell you what we're gonna do? Okay. Don't flood us with suggestions. We already have the.
So here's what Chris came up with.
All right.
Explain it.
All right. So what we're gonna do is what you're going to do is if you want in on the raffle
Charge $2.
for the knife, yeah, it's going to be two. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be actually buying a bracelet. So you'll be paying $2 for the bracelet, and then you'll get a chance to win the knife.
We'll take your name and
Yeah.
phone number,
Yep.
and we'll put it on the ticket, and we'll do that for what? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? 3 weeks. That way you got time to get it in here.
Yeah. We don't want to do just an auction and just make it, the person who bids the most.
Right,
wins.
right.
We want to give everyone an equal chance.
So, but then what we'll do is it's $2 for one, or what was it? It was actually it was going to be 3 for one and then 2. So that's a way around the law because you're not gambling because we are giving you something in return for your money.
And that way, what we'll do is we'll put all the names on the tickets in a fishbowl.
Well, we could even do a random generator on the phone.
Can we?
We can. That's how I've done some of my giveaways.
Oh,
So you put
cool.
all the names in, you hit the little button, and it goes, and then gives you the number or the name.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
Well, there you guys have it. We
yeah.
figured a way to do it. Well, Chris figured out how to do it. And we'll do the
Big one.
mama, and we'll do that one at a.
Just specify.
Um,
Or,
you'll still be put in the drawing thing.
The money.
yeah.
Do the T-shirts thing, and I wrote it down.